everyone. I'm Larry Ridley. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. In today's game, we have a divisional matchup in the NFC West between two young quarterbacks. It's Jared Goff going up against Russell Wilson. On the call here tonight, let's send it out to our guys in the booth. That's Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
With the beautiful Puget Sound just to our west, you get a look inside CenturyLink Field here in Seattle. Tonight, on this fine Thursday night, we've got a good one in store between the Los Angeles Rams and the Seattle Seahawks. And hello again, everybody. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Godden here in the booth. And, Chuck, you take a look at this matchup. I don't know if it's going to be one in the trenches from the quarterbacks out, whatever. It's going to be a good game.
Oh, without a doubt. I can't wait to see the big fellas have an impact. We're always spotlighting those wide receivers and quarterbacks and running backs and even the defensive backs. But the big guys, I can't wait to see which one tilts the balance for their team.
Greg Zuerlein now. He'll handle the honors to get us started. And off we go from Seattle. Tyler Lockett now with a return. Oh, look at that.
Oh, look at him turn.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Here comes Russell Wilson and Seattle hoping to forget what happened in Week 14 against Green Bay, 38-10. And Will's 5 interceptions in that contest.
But he's been there before with Green Bay. The difference, of course, is this past Sunday, they got beat in a big way. Previously, he threw 4 interceptions, got sacked 5 times in the NFC Championship game in Seattle, but found a way to make plays down the stretch, including the game-winning touchdown pass. So a big change-up for Russell Wilson when he plays Green Bay.
Here's Thomas Rawls with his first carry. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Here's the offense. Certainly some threats on this offense, and one of them that they target is Doug Baldwin.
Not only does he do a nice job catching the ball downfield, he's also a tremendous blocker that helps unleash the running game.
See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. They go again with Rawls. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6. The starters on defense here for Los Angeles.
Mark Barron entered the league as a safety, but really plays much more like a linebacker. One thing we always notice at the end of every game, his stat sheet is full.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. On 3rd down, Wilson. They set up the screen to Rawls. And some room to maneuver. The 30, 20, 10, 5, and all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Thomas Rawls, 67 yards. And the Seahawks have taken a first-quarter lead. Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here, he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who is a complete guy who can run it and catch it. And we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
Stephen Hauschka for the point after. Now, these are not going to be easy on a cold, snowy night, but this one is up and through. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it's Thomas Rawls who finishes it off with a touchdown run. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. And now Los Angeles takes the field, led by Jared Goff, the rookie, making his fourth start of that rookie campaign against the Falcons last weekend. 2 interceptions, a fumble lost. It was a tough game.
Tough game. Vic Beasley, the outside linebacker for Atlanta, is having an incredible year. He sacked him 3 times and had a strip sack and carried it into the end zone. But all's not lost when you watch Jared Goff. You see flashes of that ability that got him drafted #1. It's going to be fun to watch him progress the rest of this year as he steps in and keeps making his throws, and what he does in the offseason to get ready for 2017.
Let's go! 319! 319!
Now the first carry here for Todd Gurley. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. And this offense certainly hoping that a veteran wide receiver in Britt can set the tone here in this one.
And we've seen better maturity out of him as his career has gone on, but no lack of speed. He can still get deep and hurt a defense.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. Here's Goff now on second down. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. He was looking for the tight end, Lance Kendricks, there. And it's 3rd and 5. And a look at Seattle's defense.
Michael Bennett is one of the best pass-rushing defensive linemen in the game. Normally plays defensive end, but when they go to those nickel packages and he works inside, look out, offensive guards. You've got a problem.
Third down here for the offense after the incomplete pass. From the gun on third down, Goff. He finds his man. It's Austin. And he's brought down after a good gain. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
First down and 10 now for the offensive group. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down right around the 41-yard line. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. Gurley found the end zone in Week 14, 61 yards on 16 carries. Still in search of that first 100-yard game of the season, and it's strange because this dude is a stud.
Absolutely, and there's a reason he was drafted where he was. Top 10 when everyone said, don't take a running back there. Coming off of a knee injury in college. Fantastic rookie season. We expect him to build on it. It's been a combination of blocking, his own vision, and just not being able to save the run long enough. Todd Gurley not having the year we expected.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. On first down, gone. And this is incomplete. The intended receiver, Tavon Austin. And it's 2nd down.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. On 2nd and 10, Goff surveying the field. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and, of course, foot dragging.
A little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. Throwing on 3rd. Goff completes it to Quick. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defensive side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
On first down, it's Gurley. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. So nothing there. I don't know that that's all on the back, though. You got to look at blocking there, don't you?
I would agree with that totally. At some point, they have to win at the point of attack. Instead, it was the defense getting it done again and holding them to no gain.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. They lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
So the myth has been shattered. Every cornerback in the league is not just a cover corner. Some of them will stick their nose in there and make plays exactly as we just saw there. A big loss suffered by the offense after that nice tackle.
And the offense readies for play number 10 of this series. 3rd and long. It's Goff. Can't find anyone open. And almost intercepted. Would have been a huge pick in the end zone, but as it stands, that brings up 4th.
A missed opportunity for an interception would have killed off the drive. They had a chance there to finish things off. Didn't get it done. I guess that's why a lot of those guys do not play offense.
Now it's Zerline to try the Ram field goal. It'll be from the right hash, and it'll be a 36-yarder. And Zerline's kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. And, Charles, they get the field goal. Took them a dozen plays, though.
Work with me on this one. You know what I'm about to say, right? Bend but don't break. That's what came into play here for the defense. 12 plays were run at them. They only gave up 3 points. In a lot of ways, that's a win for the defense.
After the made field goal, Zerline back out there now to send this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. Oh, what a move. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. Out comes the Rams defense now as they get ready for the next possession. Last drive, touchdown surrendered. Here, see if they can stop them.
It's always a constant battle of letting the last series go, good or bad, but especially bad. Give up a touchdown. Okay, forget the finger pointing, forget the blame. Go back out and play the defense you know you're capable of and help your team out.
And probably look to the leaders as always.
As always. They're going to be the ones going to grab some people and say, all right, let's do this thing.
The drive begins with a run by Rawls. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. And that man, Thomas Rawls, one of the few Seahawks you could say actually looked good in that loss to Green Bay. 12 carries, 67 yards, carried it only 3 times in the second half because they were so far behind trying to throw their way back into it.
And as we well know, that's not the normal way Seattle runs their offense. For years, they've been tailback-centric, right? You run it through those guys first, and then Russell Wilson makes plays off of that. This year, they have shifted up. They've run it through the quarterback first, but with Rawls back, you know they wanted to hand it to him more than 12 times. The emergence of Thomas Rawls out of Central Michigan, chalk one up for the scouting department of the Seattle Seahawks.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, last year averaged 5.6 yards per attempt, most in the NFL. Of course, then he had that nasty ankle injury.
Well, he's back healthy and looking like the Thomas Rawls we saw in 2015.
First down, this is Rawls. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
On 2nd down, Rawls. And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that any time you hand the ball to a back.
A fake to Rawls. Now it's Wilson. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this 3rd down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
So on now is the 11-year man, John Ryan, to punt it away. Deep for the Rams, Tavon Austin. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. They'll start out on the ground with Gurley. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
To me, that's a superior play by the backer because he was allowed to, I think, run free on it and make that play. His defensive linemen, they cover things down for him because offensive guys, the linemen, what they're trying to do, as you know, is block the guy at the point of attack and then climb to the next level and get the linebacker. And you're not allowed to climb. You got a free hitter, and that's what we saw there. And a really nice play resulted for them.
Got his man over the middle. This is quick. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. He had time, was able to survey the field and find a soft spot in that zone coverage.
And that's where it gets difficult for a defender, Brandon. You go to your spots on the field that you have to cover, and when the offense finds an area that you're not in, that's where they throw the football.
Defense thinking pass. They've got the nickel set out on 3rd and 6. A shotgun snap for Goff. And that is incomplete. He was looking to get it to Kenny Britt that time. And it's 4th down. So the Rams call on Johnny Hecker here to punt it away on 4th down. Back deep for the Seahawks, the all-pro returner from 2015, Tyler Lockett. Now it's Lockett. Just a 30-yard punt that time. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. And Seattle now ready to march out of the field. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
Now Wilson on 1st down. Baldwin with it over the middle. Oh, an absolutely filthy juke. He's got some space now. They'll get 19 yards there. And that'll be good for a Seattle 1st down.
I don't care how many times you tell the story, it never loses its luster for me. Doug Baldwin, undrafted out of Stanford, and plays like a #1 receiver should in the NFL. I don't care how you cover him. I don't care that his size isn't great. He's the one that typically comes up with the football.
Absolutely. His roots go all the way back to Gulf Breeze, Florida, where he's from, right on the water near Pensacola. And then, of course, to Stanford. And, boy, he's been good. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. Wilson going to give to Rawls. And he's brought down. 12 yards on the pickup, and it'll give the Seahawks a 1st down. A nice, strong run there for Rawls. His coaches back in high school in Flint, Michigan, you know what his nickname was?
No, what was it?
The Train. The man can break some tackles on occasion.
Well, it makes sense when you watch runs like that, because when you're trying to deal with a train, you're supposed to get out of the way, right? And if you don't, you're going to get bruised up trying to tackle him. That's the type of runner he is. He can pop people as he goes by them.
And a new set of downs here after picking up the 1st on the ground. Back to the ground on 1st. Again, it's Rawls. And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line. Alec Ogletree in on the stop.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good 1st down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on 1st down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Second down to the offense in search of 6 yards. Now Wilson on 2nd down. He's got time. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
And the defense will try and pin their ears back and get pressure again here after the sack. It's 3rd down. 3rd and long. It's Wilson. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. The All-Pro from 2015, Aaron Donald, in there to drop him. And back-to-back sacks now bring up 4th and long.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
So on 4th down, on comes Stephen Hauschka to try and get the Seahawks 3. From the left hash, this will be a 41-yarder. 1 quarter down here on a frigid December night. 7-3 the score. We'll be back to Seattle right after this.
This presentation of the NFL on EA Sports is brought to you by Snickers. You're off your game when you're hungry. Snickers satisfies.
Alongside my broadcast partner, Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin hits the Seahawks with a football to begin quarter number 2. They are, however, facing a 4th down situation. And the first play will be a field goal try. From the left hash, this will be a 41-yarder. And Hauschka's kick is good. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. So a good snap, good hold, and that one's right down the middle.
Never in doubt. Just the way you used to hit them, Brandon.
Now after the made field goal, Hauschka back out onto the field to kick it away. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. They'll try and start the drive with Gurley. And he powers his way up past the 30. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
I'm still astounded by the recovery of Todd Gurley from the knee injury at Georgia, the offensive rookie of the year in his first season.
Yeah, over 1,100 yards, and now, they drafted the rookie Jared Goff. Kind of see him as their future, but so much of the focus has to be on Gurley this year, doesn't it?
And the future becomes now if Todd Gurley keeps running the football the way that we've seen him run it in the past, because that will make it easier to break in a rookie quarterback.
And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
The insistence of speed at every position is really seen at the defensive end spot. These guys in the old days were often outside linebackers. They just pushed them forward because they wanted to play fast and get to the quarterback or the running backs quicker than ever before.
Defense looking to hold serve one last time here on 3rd and 7. 1 receiver left, 2 to the right.
Here we go now. Blue 90.
From the gun on 3rd down, Goff. And avoids the contact by sliding. Call it a 3-yard gain, and that's going to make it 4th down. Here's Johnny Hacker now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. He gets us away. It's a good one. Drawing toward the sidelines. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had a field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
They start on the ground with Rawls. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. 1st level defensive line, 2nd level linebackers, 3rd level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a first-level run, and it was stopped by a second-level player.
On second down, here's Wilson. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Timing's crucial in any route thrown, but when you throw an out, so many things are going through the mind of the receiver. Catching the ball, timing it up with the quarterback. Are my feet going to get down inbounds? On that play, all those things going through his head might have caused him to drop it.
The Rams go nickel here defensively on third. On third down, Wilson. And this is caught on the sideline. But no, they'll say out of bounds. He caught it but was not in bounds. Incomplete. A third down, he tried to stay in bounds, did all he could. He caught it, but was led a little bit too far.
Yeah, and that's always difficult, isn't it? Because you know half of your body is trying to stay behind while the other half is reaching out, trying to catch the football. The top half worked. It was the bottom half that was in question.
Oh, it's a wobbler here. And the Seahawks have picked it up.
I remember sitting in special teams meetings, and at some point during the meeting, the coach would always say, you better treat this one just like you're playing offense or defense. It's a big part of the game, and we just saw evidence of why right there with that fumble.
Yeah, fumble on the punt, and after it was turning up to be a pretty decent return.
Yeah, a really nice return. They were going to be set up okay, and the offense would feel good running onto the field. And now the defense has to try it out there and try and slow them down.
The 10th carry for Thomas Rawls. And an alley to run. Past the 20. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Thomas Rawls with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Here's Hauschka for the extra point. It's up and good, and that makes it 17-3. I'm not sure if they drew that play up to score, but it scored indeed. One play on the ground and into the end zone for 6. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. This one fielded at the 5. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Now the Rams offense, they work their way back on the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked so well.
Go to something else.
And maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Cassius Marsh in there to get him for a loss of 5. Defensive end gets in there that time. They were in a 4-3. What's the responsibility of the ends versus the tackles there, Charles?
Well, most of the time when you talk about the ends, they're your pass rushers. They're the guys that you turn loose to try and get to the guy who's going to throw the football. The tackles, usually more of the run-stuffing variety. But the way this game is advanced, you're wanting a little bit of everything out of all of your guys. But let's just go ahead and break it down and make it simple. The guy who's a right defensive end versus a right-handed quarterback, that's the blind side. He's going after the quarterback. He's going to put him on the ground.
Here's Goff now on second down. He's got time in the pocket. Incomplete. And the offense looks to pick up the first here on third after that incompletion. It's a 5-receiver set. 3 to the left, 2 to the right. Third and long. It's gone. Finding time. He's got quick. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
That's certainly playing down and distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
Here's Johnny Hacker now as he's on to punt for L.A. And he puts a little something extra into this one, by far his best of the night. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. The Rams defense, we watch them get set to go. And with this deficit, let's be honest, it's time for them to get a stop.
And partners, you understand very well from our time together and visiting with coaches, defensive coordinators tend to be a little more emotional, a little more high-strung than others.
They are.
I have a feeling that speech came out about taking a stand and bowing up in this possession.
Yeah, that's where this word pride comes out, right?
In a big way.
Single, slop. Hey, you're on an island over there. You're on an island.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson surveying the field. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. Tyler Lockett was the target there. Charles, a lot of off-air talk between us about the playoff picture, and obviously Patriots well on their way there again, but they'll have to do it this year without Rob Gronkowski. Of course, the Madden cover boy injured, maybe some talk of a Madden curse. I don't know.
You know, it's so funny when we talk about that. If you go back through the time, a lot of guys had big years after being on the cover of Madden. You know, I know Richard Sherman and the Seahawks went to a Super Bowl the year that he was on there.
OBJ had a good year last year.
Yeah, so listen, you and I both know Gronk. There's no way he sees it as a curse. He sees it as a challenge and will work his way back.
And we certainly wish him well in his recovery. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Looking sideline, incomplete. He was trying to get it to Jermaine Kearse. And now it's 2nd down. Partner, to switch gears, what a capper we had to Week 14. Cowboys losing again to the Giants. And Romeo Okwara, he came up big in that game, didn't he?
He certainly did, because he replaced Jason Pierre-Paul. Led the team in tackles with 8. Consistent pressure all night. Had a sack. He played a great game. How about the Jets going out on the road at San Francisco, coming from way back to win? Bilal Powell, 145 yards on the ground, filling in for Matt Forte. And Matt Moore for the Miami Dolphins. The numbers aren't the key. The key is he has to carry them in their playoff push with the injury to Ryan Tannehill.
3 big breakout players last week. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And he goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
And they pick up a 1st down, and that came out of the fullback position. But as you and I both know, that doesn't necessarily mean it's a fullback playing in that spot.
Well, times have changed, right? The old school fullback doesn't really exist anymore.
We're not getting that same player out of college with all the spread offenses, not very many pro style where you actually have a true fullback. We're having to make do in the NFL and put guys in that spot who emulate it but aren't necessarily that position.
Wilson, a give to Rawls. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now, because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Hey. 4 down.
Wilson on second down. And unsuccessful there, trying to dump it underneath. That'll bring up third down.
Pretty nice coverage there, but a missed opportunity for an interception. Let's face it, a lot of these defenders, they've got it all. Speed, athleticism, hands, a little bit questionable.
Incomplete pass on second down. Let's see what the offense draws up here on third. Here's Wilson to throw. They set up the screen to Rawls. They convert on third with a gain of 22.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensing the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a first down.
So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. A first carry now for Alex Collins. And he's going to get hit at the line of scrimmage and driven backwards. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Aaron Donald's secret, if there is one, to his play, his ability to contort his body in such a way that you can't get a good, clean block on it. He slides through holes and slides past blockers and makes plays just as we saw there.
Another carry for the rookie. It's Alex Collins. And he'll get it down inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. 8 yards there on the carry, and now they're left with a much more manageable 3rd and 3.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Wilson now to throw on 3rd down. And he finds Jimmy Graham. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up 1st and goal. And good to see Jimmy back out there moving okay after the ruptured patella in Week 12 last year. You've dealt with that injury, haven't you?
I have, and let me tell you, you know that expression, I feel your pain? I felt Jimmy's when it happened. Now, mine didn't happen quite the same way his did. His happened in the line of duty. He was playing in a game. For me, I was just coaching. And went up to try and catch a pass. Boof. I think for me, it was just mainly age.
And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Thomas Rawls on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Seahawks add on to their lead. So he's in for his 3rd score of the game. And the defense probably saying, man, we don't want to see this guy for a long time.
It's bad enough when anyone scores a touchdown against you. But for one person to get 3, it almost sets him apart from the rest of the game, and no one likes to see any of those players on a pedestal, not from the defensive point of view.
And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it's Thomas Rawls who finishes it off with a touchdown run. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. This one fielded at the 5. Oh, nice move. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. And the Rams now coming out on the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Now a first down throw, gone. And they'll set up the screen to Gurley. A good pickup there on first as the screen pass gets him 8.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
The throw on second down is gone. And a catch made by Kenny Britt. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Now Goff on first down. On the right side, this is Austin with a catch. A gain of 6 there on first.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
The one running back is Gurley. They go play action with Gurley. Now Goff. He's got time. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
Throwing again is gone. He finds Quick. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
2nd down following the run. Back to the ground, this time with Gurley. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
Well, you know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. A reminder coming up at halftime while the two of us head for warmer areas of the press box. Yes. We'll be sending you to Orlando where Larry Ridley will have highlights and analysis of this first half.
Send me to Orlando, please.
Don't be so soft. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. 3rd and 2. Goff. And this is going to be incomplete. Brian Quick, the intended target, and it's 4th down. And for the second time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. Made his first, this now from 42 yards out. And Zerline's kick is good. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, but the net gain, 3 points.
And you're going to have drives like that in this league. Sometimes you just got to take the 3 and move on. Always better than nothing.
After the made field goal, Zerline back out there now to send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here's Russell Wilson and the Seahawk offense now getting set to go again. He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of him. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes. But right now, he's got his team in a good spot.
A good spot, maybe looking for touchdown pass number 2 here in the second quarter. On first down, Wilson. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38.
Well, if you go by the numbers, you'll find that as the temperature goes down, so does the passing efficiency. And now that we're in December, even the routine throws are going to be harder for the quarterbacks. And this one, it winds up getting picked off.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. And they'll start this drive with very good field position. After the interception, here's Goff. That's complete to his tight end. This is Lance Kendricks. It's a gain of 20 that time. And it'll be a Los Angeles first down.
Okay, when the big guy runs a corner route, you're asking a lot no matter who's covering him. Doesn't matter whether it's a linebacker or a defensive back.
Yeah. He
usually has the advantage because of his body type.
First down. And this will be incomplete. So 2nd and 10 here. On 2nd and 10, Goff. He'll throw underneath for Gurley. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. So the offense takes the timeout, and they are back out and ready to rock.
A nickel look by Seattle on third down.
Yep, 5 defensive backs now. Goff on third down. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
Well, I think we were anticipating a first down being picked up there, and it turned out to be a drop pass.
Yeah, out of the backfield, that's one he has to have. So now the field goal unit trots out there for the third time tonight from the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And Zerline's kick is good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So he's been a busy man here in this first half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
Not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though this offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, they've still been able to come away with points.
After the made field goal, Zerline back out there now to send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to come back onto the field. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that could change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And a loose football. Rawls loses it. And this drive will start on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line.
You know I love football. You know I love the game.
I hope so.
But nighttime in December, you know I'm wearing multiple coats. So I just wonder about the guys on the field with all the great gear that they have. Do they have enough on, or do they have too much on? Because sometimes that can affect you trying to carry the ball.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him in contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
toe
that.
Bash.
Super toe.
Back to the air. Goff on second down. This will be caught at about the 3. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So the offensive unit called the TO, and now we are ready to resume play. From the gun, here's Goff. And that's off the mark, incomplete. Second down here after the incomplete pass. Goff throwing again. Oh, it was hit at the line of scrimmage and intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. That late in the clock, second quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may have forced them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. A really nice carry there by the Flint, Michigan native Thomas Rawls.
A transfer from Michigan back to Central Michigan. Got overlooked in the NFL draft when he came out. Ended up being a priority free agent. And boy, what a rookie season he had before injuring an ankle. This guy is something else. When he gets going, their offense really responds.
So it'll be first down here after the run. So we are at halftime here in downtown Seattle with the Seahawks out in front. As we send you cross-country to our EA Sports Studios in Orlando with our halftime report, here's Larry Ridley.
Thanks, Brandon, and welcome to the EA Halftime Report. I'm Larry Ridley. Let's take a look back at the first half. The Seahawks right now are doing a good job protecting their house. The Rams, on the other hand, want to quiet this crowd and turn things around. All right, let's take a look at some of the highlights from the first half. Third down at the 33. Wilson's on target here, and it ends up working for a touchdown as they put the first points on the board. Now following the fumble, some phenomenal blocking on the run here, and this long run goes for a touchdown. That puts them on top by 14. About halfway through the second, he'll head up the middle on the run, and he'll score his third touchdown of the half, which takes the lead to 21. Following the forced fumble, the hurry throw would be picked off. Seahawks defense forces the turnover. So that's it for us. We'll go back now under the lights for the second half of this Thursday night matchup.
So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. The third quarter starts with a run by Gurley. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Give him 11 on the gain there. And that leads to a Los Angeles first down.
Well, so much for him being bottled up throughout the day. Finally finds a way to break through and get a really nice gain. The defense had felt great about what they had going. Now they've got to turn their attention to getting it back in that direction. Can they bottle him up again? Because I'd say after that run, confidence is pretty high for him.
Let's go!
On first down, it's Goff. And they'll set up the screen to Gurley. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, Big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end. Hey, here we go now. Blue 90.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Well, that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
They come up in an offset eye. Now it's Brown. And he is going to lose yardage here. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down.
Michael Bennett's versatility, being able to play any position along the defensive front, allows him to make those types of plays. He finds good matchups and gets into the offensive backfield.
And there it works for a tackle for loss. Nickelback added defensively as they look to stop this 3rd and 8. Throwing on 3rd. Goff. That's complete to his Lance Kendricks. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. They move, and they know it affects the defense because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary. And I think you're exactly right. Wasn't his primary target. Found a secondary guy who sprang open, probably because of his movement out of the pocket.
It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
When you're putting together a formula for winning defense, it's exactly what we're seeing in this game. Controlling the line of scrimmage, attacking, and changing everything so that now they're playing in the offense's backfield. They're playing an excellent game.
And the offense will be looking to get at least some of this yardage back here. It's 2nd and 12. Now a draw as Goff gives to Gurley. And he'll be brought down just outside of the 30. 8 yards there on the carry, and now they're left with a much more manageable 3rd and 3.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
The one running back is Gurley. Here's Goff. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
They'll run it here with Brown. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. They come out here in the eye. They keep it on the ground. Again, it's Brown. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard.
3rd and 2, and they ran the ball for only 1 yard, and everybody's going to scream at the offense. But let's give a lot of credit to the defense on that play. Defensive front out leveraged the offensive line. They got more people to the football. Yeah, they won that battle in a big way, and they're forcing a big decision now by the guys on offense.
And Zerline's kick is good. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. So another 3 on the board there, and he's been a lone bright spot here. That's now 4 field goals.
And that's nice, but if this offense had finished a few more drives, we might be looking at a completely different ball game. Instead, when you're trading field goals for touchdowns, that's a losing proposition.
After the made field goal, Zerline back out there now to send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. On first down. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. Offense needs something here on 2nd down. It is 2nd and long. Another run, but this time it's Rawls. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line.
It seemed like the situation was 2nd and a mile to go for a first down, which screams what? Throw the football. You got to pass in order to try and pick up that kind of yardage. But in this case, they ran a tendency breaker because the tendency is for defenses to be out there and be set up for a pass. So you break tendency and actually run the football. That changes everything because if you're able to find a crease, you often have bigger guys working against smaller guys downfield. They picked up excellent yardage there to bring up the 3rd down.
And he took the contact as he was throwing it, and the ball drops incomplete.
Partner, how many times have you heard it? Pressure creates diamonds, right? But it also bursts pipes. And on that one, that's what they got. They got after him, and he was fortunate just to get rid of it.
Yeah, he just had to chuck it away. Here's John Ryan now as he's on to punt for Seattle. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Time to establish the run game here. Gurley, just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
That was a really nice play, able to stack that one up. When they get back in the huddle, he's got to tell his guys up front, great job. They kept people off of him, allowed him to run free and make the hit on the runner.
Filled the gap nicely, kept him to just a 1-yard gain. The one running back is Gurley. And he'll get it up the middle. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. He lost 2 there. And it's 3rd down.
With the struggles we're seeing up front for the offense today, they've got to think about changing up their play calling. Some screens, some draws, some quick-hitting plays in order to try and supplement the run game. You don't totally abandon it, but you try and give it a little bit of help. Third and 11, 5 in the secondary now.
Nickel look. From the gun on 3rd down, Goff. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. Here's Johnny Hacker now, as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Returnable for Lockett. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And the offense will come back onto the field for the 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Jimmy Graham, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down. Okay, well, we have a second here. Let's talk NFC playoff picture. If it ended today, Cowboys, Lions would have the bye. Then the Bucs, Giants, Seahawks, and Falcons all would be in.
Then let's break it down just a little bit farther. Let's talk about the NFC East, which looked like an absolute lock for Dallas, and it might still be, but the Giants are still there. Remember, they own the tiebreaker over the Cowboys if they finish in a tie. And in the NFC South, Atlanta and Tampa Bay are going to come down to the wire.
Neck and neck, both 8-5. 2nd and 10 now, Wilson. It's caught outright by Graham. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
Still 9 yards to go on 3rd down. Off the play fake to Rawls. Wilson. And that is incomplete. Here's John Ryan now. He's been terrific so far. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. The one running back is Gurley. And he'll get it up the middle. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. And a nice carry there of 15 yards.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the 2nd level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
All right, here we go. Green 39! Green 39!
On first down, it's gone. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. Well, here in the booth, we have a playoff picture if it ended today, and I'm looking at the AFC to take a quick pivot. The Patriots, Chiefs, Raiders all looking very good. Pass out, a lot of shuffling still could be done.
Well, let's face it, AFC East has been locked down for a lot of years, so we know how that's going to turn out. But let's head out west because Oakland and Kansas City are tied at 10-3, but Kansas City swept the season series, so they have the ultimate tiebreaker right there. And the AFC South, the records may not be pretty, but it's snug there. Houston, Tennessee both tied, and Indianapolis just one game back.
Offense trying to avoid stalling out, facing a 3rd and 10. They'll fake the handoff. Now Goff. He's got time in the pocket, and he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
3rd down is the down. Both sides know they absolutely have to win, and the name of the game for the defense is pressure on the quarterback. But pressure on the quarterback with contact, that's how you end up winning it.
Here's Johnny Hacker now, as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And taken right on the 30. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Again, Rawls. He's been busy tonight. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
So the offense looking at a 2nd and 8. On 2nd down, Wilson going to Rawls on the dump off. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Baldwin with it over the middle. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. And there they went crossing route against the zone defense. What do you think of that?
Takes real coordination between the passer and the receiver because you've got to read those zones and where the open spots are and be on the same page with the guy throwing the football. Because sometimes you're throwing it in front of the zone. Sometimes you're throwing it between the zones. Sometimes the receiver's going to just kind of find a spot and what we call sit down and present himself to the quarterback and throw it there. It's a tough read, but when they're in sync, it's really effective.
Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's the Seahawks with the possession. They also have the lead here as we get set for the 4th and final quarter. Second down, they need less than a yard to pick up the first. On 2nd down, here's Wilson. Deep drop. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
And they only need a little bit here. Third down and very short. They run with a power back. Rawls. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. He needed a yard. That's what he got. And it's going to earn him a new set of downs.
Everyone understood their role on that play. 3rd and 1. You know the defensive guys, they're trying to get down and get low and get leverage on the offensive lineman, but they didn't allow that to happen. They created a crease and allowed him to get through for a first down.
So they pick up the first down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Drops it underneath for Rawls. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and it'll make it a 2nd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
9 yards still remaining here to pick up the first on 2nd down. They'll come out in the pistol. A running play for Rawls. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 3rd and 10. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. A fake to Rawls. Now it's Wilson. And he'll be hit from behind and taken down. Eugene Sims in there to drop him for his 2nd sack now here tonight. Well, they went with a nickel. They throw in an extra defensive back. Coverage was very good.
Yeah, it was exactly as you would expect. A passing down. You bring in the nickel package. Just as you described, the coverage was excellent and allowed one of their linemen to end up getting to the quarterback.
Here's John Ryan now as he's on to punt for Seattle. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. It's a 5-receiver set. 3 to the left, 2 to the right. On 1st down, Goff. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
So many offenses want to include their running backs into their passing offense and be able to swing the ball out or check it down to them. But sometimes those guys are just not as comfortable catching the ball as they are running it.
Offense still needing 10 yards. 2nd down. On 2nd and 10, Goff dumps it off to Gurley. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll make it 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
So completion on 2nd down, that brings up 3rd. There's Goff. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th. Here's Johnny Hecker now, as he'll come on to kick for a 6th time tonight. Russell Wilson now gears up to lead the offense again. So, Charles, there are the numbers. What's happened here? Defensive adjustments that's caused him to sort of fall off a bit?
I think so. That has to happen. You've got to make some changes because in the first half, they were pretty effective. But the second part is sometimes when you're doing really well, you get off your game a little bit. You get off the gas a little. You're like, okay, we've got this thing. And that's not necessarily the case. Maybe right now, someone just needs to tell a joke in the huddle, loosen things up, and get their big guy going again.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And the window closes quickly. He'll only get up to the 22-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. And in this situation with a lead fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take. Puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
This is Rawls. And he'll get about 3 as he takes this up near the 25.
But I think we know by now that every run is not going to be broken and get all the way to the end zone. But these short ones still have their value. You can still set up your play action and throw the football. You control the clock because you have the ball and they don't. And often the physicality sets the tempo for the game. 3rd and 5, so they bring in an extra defensive back.
Expecting pass. Here's Wilson. And this is going to be incomplete. Here's John Ryan now as he's on to punt for Seattle. Fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. It's just a 32-yard punt with no return. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. The Seattle defense getting set to go. They have a little something to build off of from last time with a 3-and-out.
And what they have to build off of? Great confidence right now. Being able to stuff someone on a 3-and-out. You feel like you're in control now. You're doing the dictating. They want to see if that can continue as this game progresses.
Will it continue? We'll see. On the draw, Goff gives to Gurley. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 11 yards on the pickup, and it'll be a Los Angeles 1st down.
All right, it's football 101 to know that the quarterback controls just about everything on offense, but a lot of times what gets missed is that the center controls line play. He has to communicate to the guards and the tackles what type of front they're facing, how they're going to block it, and what adjustments need to be made sometimes on the fly as a defense will shift. Give the center a lot of credit because for the most part, he's got big defensive linemen over his face all game long that he's got to try and block and protect his quarterback and create space for his runner. In this case, he did a really nice job of communicating and executing.
He's been a busy man here in this one, and they're showing off some nice footwork to stay in bounds.
And with those types of catches and the volume that we've seen in this game, wouldn't you keep him busy as well?
I would.
Of course. You got to keep throwing it to him. He keeps making plays.
To throw on 2nd down is gone. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking for Todd Gurley, and it's 3rd and short.
There's so much precision in an offense, especially when you're throwing the ball. And in an out route, plenty of it. How about the quarterback hitting his back foot, ball's out of his hands, receiver making his break, making his cut. He's got to time up perfectly. Not always easy to do.
Just let him a little too much.
Yeah, I remember back in the good old days, I was talking to a quarterback, and he said everything they did was on the count system. So when he took a snap, he counted in his head for certain routes, different time frames for each one, and he knew if the ball wasn't out of his hand at that point, he'd better eat it because the play was dead.
And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
And now a first down following that long gain.
Watch 16. He likes to go for the sideline.
Let's go. 3-19.
From the red zone now, Goff. Over the middle, he hits Austin. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Some think that teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
Just 2 yards to go here on second down for the offense.
All right, here we go. Boom, that's it.
Yet another carry here tonight for Gurley. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down. So that tackle for loss by Michael Bennett. He was second in the NFC in that category last year with 19 of them.
Hard to believe that he went to his first Pro Bowl last year. I thought he would have gone earlier because his impact is always big on a game.
And in his 8th year now in the league.
No, Jack, Patriot.
Goff on third down. He finds his man. It's Austin. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Tavon Austin. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Rams are able to get back within a touchdown. So on third and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot at the end zone and made it pay off.
And this is back to a 5-point game. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it winds up with a touchdown for Los Angeles. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Thomas Rawls getting ready to go here on offense. So after that hot start, the numbers here show the decline. What has the defense done adjustment-wise?
Sometimes when you have a running back who's getting off to a hot start, you've got to catch him before he really gets going. So you change what you do across the defensive front. Instead of the linebackers being back a few yards, you bring them up closer. It's what we call mugging the line of scrimmage, taking away a lot of blocking angles and gaps and maybe stopping him before he can get going.
Mugging the line of scrimmage, okay.
Yeah, in this case,
here's Rawls. And he'll get this one up to the 26. A gain of 3, second down.
not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact, and get things moving.
Now it's 2nd and 7. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. They stay on the ground. Rolls again. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. That's going to be a 6-yard gain. It leaves him with 3rd down and just a yard to go.
That was a good run, and it got to the 2nd level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle, and oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
3rd down. Here's Rawls. And he's going to have the 1st down yardage to the 35. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
3rd and 1, partner. No need to be fancy there. Just use some force and move forward and pick up the 1st down.
They come out here in the eye. They'll throw on first down with Wilson. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side, but for lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is going to lose yardage here. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's third down.
We saw in 2015 Mark Barron really emerge in the NFL.
Yeah, as a defensive back, 16 tackles for a loss. But now, how about where he's at now?
Yeah, truthfully, he's no longer a defensive back. He's really an outside linebacker. But he doesn't want to hear that. So his coach tells him, you're a defensive back. Just play over
better.
here. That's all.
Play action. Now Wilson finding time. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Here's John Ryan now as he's on to punt for Seattle. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. Here's Austin. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. Last time they were out, they scored. Still trailing here, though, so some work to do.
But it's okay in terms of mindset. Because they scored the last time, they're not quite as worried about being down on the scoreboard because now their confidence is a little bit higher. They feel like they've got something going, and they feel like they can attack again and put more points on the board.
Are you scoreboard watching if you're the offense, or are you just focused on this drive?
We wouldn't be telling the truth if we said that they didn't scoreboard watch. Everyone does it to some extent. But you've got to set it aside right now and just focus on this series. That'll take care of the scoreboard if they punch it into the end zone. Everything about that play tells you about today's NFL offenses and what they're asking out of running backs. You can't just be a guy who can run the football. You have to be able to catch it as well, and he didn't get that done on that play.
So incomplete on first. Let's see what second down has in store.
Here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
Back to the air. Goff on second down. Surveying the field. And that's caught. Did he stay in bounds, though? He did not. Ruled incomplete.
That was a nice catch, but unable to stay in bounds. And remember, it wasn't a wide receiver who works on that all the time.
I was going to say, he likes to get the ball handed to him. Now, don't get me wrong, he's part of the passing game as well, but maybe a little out of his comfort zone there.
Yeah, he might want to have a few words to say to us about that later, but I am still going with you on that one. Wide receivers work on a little bit more.
They go play action with Gurley. Now Goff. He's got time. And that will be incomplete as well. Good job by the O-line. Quarterback had time to go through his checks. That's one you need to take advantage of.
A perfect situation, and they're unable to take advantage of it. When you have that much time to scan the field, you have to find an open receiver.
Here's Johnny Hecker now as he's on to punt for L.A. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
They come out here in the eye. They give it to Rawls. And he's got some space here. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs.
Most players will tell you that night games, while they can be fun, they're really hard to prepare for because you wake up on game day and all you want to do is get to the stadium and let's get going. But you got to bank that fire a little bit and hold it until the evening. It's almost like a Broadway premiere. Got to wait until the nighttime to go out there in front of the bright lights. And boy, has he harnessed himself really well, and now he's unleashing it on the opponents.
And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They've got a second down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. And now the Rams are going to halt things as they want a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. So the defense had a chance to catch their breath, and now they're back out and ready. Third down now following the run. They come out here in the eye. They'll hand to Rawls. And he's taken down at the 43, but now before picking up the first. And the Rams are going to go ahead and take another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. The defense, they got a little bit of a breather. Now they're back and set as we resume play. So the offense has it 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. Now hang on here. Timeout called by the defense. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. So a defensive timeout, chance to regather, regroup, and get set as we resume action. And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. Rawls. And he'll take it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
The line to gain is the 33 on third down. Here's Wilson. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he's able to get it to the 33, good enough for a first down. In this defense, they needed that one more stop to have any chance, but that completion, that's likely going to seal their fate.
And you could hear it in your voice, that one more stop.
I feel their pain.
Oh, it was so important. They just didn't get it done. Wow, what a way to finish this one off.
The Seahawks in victory formation as they go ahead and take the knee. Well, partner, there's something special about a game in the snow. Just always fun in these elements, although a little chillier up here in the open-air booth. The only thing that's not fun is that we got the mid-game notification that our flight was canceled tonight, but we'll deal with that later. It was really a fun game to watch, though.
It was, and there is something special about games played in the snow because the element of surprise really kicks in. You don't know how they're going to handle the ball, if someone's going to make a dramatic play just out of nowhere, and all of a sudden it just changes the course of things. But a big shout out to our crew to make sure that we were comfortable up here, as comfortable as one could be. In these elements, they took care of us and made sure we were dressed properly.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. It's a win for the Seahawks here as we say so long from Seattle.